The Banyana Banyana players were rewarded handsomely after lifting the Women's Africa Cup of Nations title for the very first time after several attempts. All 23 players who were part of the squad in Morocco for the tournament received an equal amount. Government was the biggest source of the incentives paid to the team members after pledging an amount of 15 million rand. Then the South African Football Association was another big contributor after putting aside 9.2 million rand in bonuses for the players.
They shared equally. The government decided to split the amount equally, so I can give you the figures. I mean, each person received 428,571 rand. That's the 23 players and the 12 support staff. So there was no discrimination. Everyone received an equal amount. So that's the 15 million.
But head coach Desiree Ellis did not receive a cut from the money that came from national government. According to SAFA, Ellis instead received her performance bonus from SAFA as the only full-time employee of the association in the team.
The head coach is a permanent employee of SAFA, and she gets a salary from SAFA and also has got performance bonuses from SAFA in terms of a contract. So therefore the 15 million was split amongst the 23 players and the 12 support staff.
But SAFA kept the 8.4 million rand first prize that the team received from the Confederation of African Football to try and recoup the money spent by the association to prepare the team adequately for the tournament played in Morocco.
That prize money is for the association. It's for SAFA. We use it to defray some of our expenses when we prepare the team to go to the African Cup of Nations. In this particular case, as SAFA, we spend about 21 million rands preparing the team for the Women's Africa Cup of Nations tournament.
Then there was an amount of 5.5 million rand that came from the team's sponsors, Sasol. The bulk of this money went to the players, and the support staff also got their share.
They requested us to pay that over to the players and the support staff as performance bonus for winning the Women Africa Cup of Nations tournament in Morocco. And indeed we did that. So the split, the 23 players, each player received 200,000 rands.
Even the bus driver of Banyana Banyana received a fair share from the team's payment despite not having traveled with the team to the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. SAFA did not come up with the payment criteria, but each source determined how the money would be paid to each individual. The players were the biggest beneficiaries, with each player having received close to 1.3 million rand. This excludes payments by several provincial governments and personal sponsors. Sfiso Ramara, SABC News, Johannesburg.